Off and racing in our opener, the Irish Stallion Farms EBF Beginners Chase over an extended 3 miles, heading across the top of the track on the approach to the first of 15 fences. Close up on the inside is Ramillies. Lad is close towards the outer. Indiana Jones improves between horses and takes over. Deliberate jump at the back by Sweet Street. On to fence number 2. Indiana Jones leads from jumping up between horses Gone Dairy. Lad is close towards the outside. And they're followed on the approach to the straight by Ballykeel as they make the swing in a long run before they reach fence number 3. And on the inside, Ramillies has improved up to join Indiana Jones, and they're tracked by Ballykeel. The blue and red colours of Gone Dairy to the right. The second grey is Lad. And behind them in the stripes towards the inside, Tenzing, and overall back marker is Sweet Street. As they continue downhill towards the fence in front of the stands, they'll jump it 3 times. Indiana Jones has regained the advantage, leads Ramillies towards the inside. Then Lad and Gone Dairy and Ballykeel, closely followed over that by Tenzing and Sweet Street. Coming up to pass the judge, 2 circuits ahead of them. In the lead, Indiana Jones, Darragh O'Keefe, going on by a length and a half to the first of the greys, Ramillies and Paul Townend. Gone Dairy between horses, Niall Prendergast towards the outside is Lad and Charlie O'Dwyer. They're tracked around the turn by Ballykeel, Jack Kennedy. The stripes of Tenzing and Sean O'Keefe. And back marker of the 7 as they head away from the stands is Sweet Street. Ian Power as they continue away, turning into the back straight, 3 fences ahead of them up the far side. And out in front, Indiana Jones leads by a little over a length to Ramillies in second. Gone Dairy, Lad is towards the outside, Ballykeel towards the inner, just at about a length and a half away to Tenzing. And Sweet Street in rear as they reach the first of the fences in the back straight. It's number 4, Indiana Jones, Ramillies, Lad up on the outside just third. On the inner is Ballykeel, and between them the blue and red of Gone Dairy, a few lengths then to Tenzing as they go to the next. The ditch, the middle fence in the back straight, Indiana Jones led from Ramillies, a definite second. The next trio remain close up in behind, Lad, Pure Dairy, and towards the inner Ballykeel, ahead of Tenzing and Sweet Street as they clear the fence at the top of the track, making the turn to head across, nearing the completion of a circuit. Indiana Jones with Ramillies back up on terms, little over a length away then to Gone Dairy between horses, with towards the outside Lad, towards the inner Ballykeel, less than 2 lengths away then to Tenzing, and bringing up the rear is Sweet Street as they head to the first of the 2 fences on the approach to the straight. Indiana Jones, low but quick, led by less than a length to Ramillies on the outside, Ballykeel towards the inner as they jump the next. Lad is 4th, slight mistake there by Gone Dairy. And the final pair as they approach the turn in, Tenzing and Sweet Street as they make the swing that brings them into the straight for the second time, still over a circuit ahead of them. In the lead, Indiana Jones, Darragh O'Keefe. The first of the greys in the black and yellow colours is Ramillies, Paul Townend. Followed on the downhill run by Ballykeel towards the inside and the white and blue Jack Kennedy. The outside, the second of the greys, Lad, Charlie O'Dwyer. Between them, Gone Dairy and Niall Prendergast. Tenzing, Sean O'Keefe last but 1. Sweet Street continues to bring up the rear as they come to jump the fence. That'll be the last one after another circuit. Indiana Jones, Ramillies, Lad up on the outside, Ballykeel the inner. A few lengths to a push to long Gone Dairy. Tenzing and a break of a few lengths and out to Sweet Street as they head up to past the winning post, head into the turn. 6 fences to jump on their final circuit and long run before they reach the first of them. Indiana Jones by a length, Ramillies second, Ballykeel is on the inside just third, Lad to his outer. Close up in 5th is Gone Dairy. Tenzing a couple of lengths off, and then a break of about 4 to Sweet Street at the back of the field as they head up the far side for the final time. Indiana Jones by a length to Ramillies, less than a length away then to improving again Gone Dairy towards the inside Ballykeel. Lad is close up on their outside, Tenzing in touch, and a break of 4 or 5 lengths to Sweet Street as they near the first of the fences in the back straight. Indiana Jones led to Ramillies, Ballykeel. Pure Dairy pushed along. The outside is Lad. Tracking them is Tenzing. A break of a few lengths to Sweet Street as they go to the next. It's 5 from home. Indiana Jones from Ramillies. Slight mistake there, Rice Lad loses a couple of places as they head to the fence at the top of the track. Indiana Jones leads from Ramillies in second. Towards the inside is Ballykeel. The outer in the blue and red is Gondairy. Tenzing trying to improve behind them as they make the top turn. With 3 fences to jump, Indiana Jones has gone on, leads by 2.5 to Ramillies second, Ballykeel third. Still driven along Gondairy. Tenzing trying to close on the inside. They've gone on from Rice Lad clear now Sweet Street as they near the third last. Indiana Jones chased by Ramillies, Ballykeel, Tenzing. They've gone away from the other trio, headed by Gondairy as they jump the third last and approach the turn in. Indiana Jones, Ramillies is closed up on the outside. Driven in third is Ballykeel. Tenzing is in touch as they approach the turn in. Good run before they reach their final fence. Ramillies improves up on the outside to edge ahead of Indiana Jones. Tenzing trying to improve around the outside and Ballykeel just behind him. As they run downhill with about 2 furlongs to race and 1 to jump, Ramillies goes on, chased by stable companion Tenzing. Ballykeel, Indiana Jones is weakened into fourth. As they continue towards their final fence, Ramillies out in front, leads by about 4 lengths. Tenzing is second, clear of Ballykeel and Indiana Jones. At the last, Ramillies over safely, Tenzing second, well clear of back in third Ballykeel, but with less than 100 yards to race. Ramillies leads stable companion Tenzing. It's a 1-2 for Willie Mullins as Ramillies wins for Paul Townend. Tenzing second, back in third Ballykeel, and fourth spot for Indiana Jones.
Well, we saw Ramillies lead home. Willie Mullins trained 1-2 in her opener. Really impressive jumping performance by Ramillies on his chasing debut. Delighted to be joined by Willie Mullins now. Willie, well done.
Thank you very much. Yeah, a great result. I'd actually put Paul on Tenzing this morning. They rang me up and he said he wanted to ride Ramillies. So I said, great. And his reasoning was right. I thought Ramillies had been running in better quality races than Tenzing. And Ramillies' homework is always better, but he had been disappointing us. But, I mean, we did think that he was going to be better over fences, and Paul thought he jumped very well, and he also thought the nicer ground here too, the big help. He's probably not going to be a real winter horse. I think real middle of winter Navan or somewhere like that. He likes a nice bit of ground. Maybe that's why he works well at home.
Because he was really highly tried as a bump horse and as a novice hurdler.
Yeah, and I mean Donnelly's, Joe and Maury have been saying maybe we should trade him in, and I said no, we won't until after we let him have a run or two over fences anyhow. And I don't know how high up the ladder he'll go, but it come out and, he's one of these winners, beginners well. So we will continue on for another few months and we'll see how he is.
You must have been delighted with his jumping, were you?
Yeah, particularly. He's very slick, and Paul was very taken with jumping too, and he must have been at home as well, But anyhow, he's done the job and he looks like one going forward.
Yeah, and Tenzing, if he could maybe improve his jumping a wee bit, he could improve again.
Yeah, he just jumps too big and careful for these fences here. He was getting into the race later on, probably wants a longer trip. He's probably going to be a national horse in time, something like that. But once he gets the hang of it, I think he'll be all right. He'll pay his way.
Yeah, and you've just one left to come, Cow, and the last. Patrick is making the journey up to Random.
Yeah, Patrick's surprised. Yeah, Patrick rang me this morning. I thought he'd stay at home and watch the World Cup, but he rang to see could he ride her. She's a nice filly. She's fitting well, and I don't know. Didn't really look at what the opposition is like yet. I was hoping she'd get a run. Jodie'd have a good spin on her. But she's fit and well, and we'll see what she is today.